In my earlier video, I had discussed about differentiability of a multivariable function and some question about this topic. Today I will discuss this topic, just some few topic elaborately, but at first I will highly recommend you, if you don't see my earlier video, at first please go through my earlier video. Then today's video would be so easy. And if you have any queries about my earlier video, then do comment in my comments box. I had seen in my earlier video a function from Rm to Rn, which is linear function, and a point A. Now consider a open ball with center A, and which will be subset of Rm. Now consider a restriction of this function. Here the mapping A from U to Rn, and which is linear mapping. Then I had said, if a function differentiable at the point A, which is be the member of Rm, since the function be here linear, then derivative of this function if itself, because we all of us know derivative means just approximation to a linear function, and here since the original function be a linear function, so obviously this is equal to f. Okay, well, today at first I will prove this part, because if you can understand every proof, then it will be so clear about this topic. Since f is differentiable at a, therefore f of a plus a is minus f of a, and since here the given function be linear, that means we can write it as f of a plus a is equal to f of a plus f of a is minus f of a, and after omitting this value would be f of a. Therefore a acting on a is will be f of a, where a be linear function, we all of us know. Therefore here a equal to just f. Our proof has done. Are you getting? Why? When f is differentiable, then derivative y equal to f? OL. In my earlier video, I had discussed about some few function which is defined from Rn to R. And today our aim is actually about this function. Just recall this function. Also, I have defined this mapping in earlier video. Now my question is, consider f be a function which is defined U, and U be subset of, consider this is subset of Rn to R, and consider a point A belongs to U, then f is differentiable at the point A, consider. Then obviously there exists a derivative. Then derivative of fa, which is defined from Rn to R, would be a linear map. We all of us know this is, since function be a differentiable. Fixed a vector alpha which belongs to Rn, then alpha equal to alpha 1, alpha 2 up to alpha n. Okay, where each alpha be the derivative of the function at the point A with the vector ei, and this is actually the scalar value. And since the function is defined from Rn to R, then derivative of f of a acting on A's means A's dot alpha. And this dot product, because function is defined from Rn to R, where this alpha be the gradient of f at the point A. That means you talked about the gradient when the function is differentiable at the point A. Therefore, the theorem is when f be a function where u be a subset of Rn to R, if it is differentiable at the point A, then obviously derivative at the point fa, who is defined from Rn to R, be a linear map. We all of us know this is. Then the derivative of fa would be gradient of the function at the point A. This is the theorem. When the function is defined from Rn to R. As for example, consider a function f from Rn to R where function is defined as f of xy equal to x dot y. Here dot product because the function is defined as R. Then we all of us know gradient of the function at the point AB would be b comma a. Therefore, the derivative of the function at the point AB acting on the point Sk would be ak plus bs. Okay? Are you getting this method? Well. Similarly, if you consider the function f from Rn to R such that f of x equal to x dot x, then the gradient of f at the point u would be just 2u. Okay? Then the derivative of the function at the point u acting on the vector a's would be, this would be 2u dot a's. Okay? To understand this topic clearly, just see my earlier video. I had discussed in my earlier video this example which had come June 2013 CSR NET exam, and notice here d of f at the point 0 is actually the gradient vector of this function, and d of f0 who is acting on the vector a is just dot product of this two vector, gradient of a dotted with the vector a. Okay? And this is actually the norm of a square. Similarly, d of f0 acting on the vector b equal to gradient of f at the point 0 acting on the vector b. Okay? And this is our answer. Okay? Just see my earlier video. Now I will see one question about this idea which had come CSR NET June 2017. The question is, suppose f be a function from Rn to R and the function is such that fx equal to, here x be the x1 x2 up to xn, which is equal to a1 x1 square plus a2 x2 square up to an xn square. Okay? And at least one aj is not here 0. Are you getting the idea of this function? Okay. Then the question is, then we can conclude that option 1 f is not differentiable everywhere. And option 2, gradient of f at the point x, here x be the, every x be the member of Rn not equal to 0. And option 3 indicate if x be the member of Rn is such that gradient of fx equal to 0, then that implies fx equal to 0. Just think the option. And option 4 indicate if x belongs to Rn is such that fx equal to 0, then gradient of fx equal to 0. This question is very conceptual. This is just a polynomial function. So f must be differentiable everywhere. So option 1, obviously wrong option, because option 1 has told f is not everywhere differentiable. And option 2 has indicated about the gradient of fx. Now let's first evaluate the gradient of fx. Gradient of fx would be del f del x1 u1 plus del f del x2 e2 up to del f del xn en. Okay, where f of x equal to a1 x1 square plus a2 x2 square plus up to an xn whole square. Then put this value. This would be 2a 1 x1 u1 plus 2a2 x2 e2 up to 2an xn en. Okay, and then gradient of fx would be, just remove 2, this would be a1 x1 comma a2 x2 up to an xn. Okay, that means this is our gradient. Now let's come back our question. Option 2 indicate gradient of fx not equal to 0 for every x belongs to Rn. When x equal to just 0 vector. 0 vector means 0, 0 up to 0 because here n tuples. Then that imply gradient of fx would be 0. Okay, therefore option 2 also wrong option. Gradient of fx not equal to 0 for every x belongs to Rn. And option 3 indicate if x belongs to Rn is such that gradient of fx equal to 0, then that imply fx equal to 0. Think about third option. Means when this value equal to 0, 0 means obviously is tuple means x1 equal to 0, x2 equal to 0 and up to xn equal to 0. Okay, that means option 3 is a right option. If x belongs to Rn such that gradient of fx equal to 0, then obviously fx equal to 0. And option 4, this is just interesting, much more student will do wrong here. Here the question is, if x belongs to Rn is such that fx equal to 0, then gradient of fx equal to 0. Okay? Just think this option, about this option. For this option, if we take a1 equal to 1, a2 equal to minus 1 and a3 equal to a4 equal to up to an equal to 0, then fx would be just x1 square minus x2 square. Okay? Then gradient of fx, if we take the particular point 1 1, other point be 0, then this would be, just think, just 2 minus 2 and other point be 0. This is the intervals. But at this point fx 1 1 and other point be 0, this would be 1 minus 1, that means this is equal to 0. That means, notice, at this point fx equal to 0, but gradient of fx not equal to 0. Obviously option 4 is a wrong option. Are you getting? Why more student will be wrong here? Okay, I'll see one question which had come IIT JAM 2040. The question is similar type of question. If a function from R2 to R and where xy belongs to R2, let define function be fxy equal to x when y equal to 0 and otherwise x minus y cube sine 1 over y when y not equal to 0. Then the question at the point 0 0, here we have to check at the point 0 0. Option 1, f is not continuous at the point 0 0. Option 2 indicate f is continuous but not differentiable at the point 0 0. And option 3 indicate del f del x exists but del f del y does not exist at the point 0 0, because here all question about the point 0 0. And option 4 indicate f is differentiable. Just let's see this option. Here notice only break at the point 0 0. Otherwise the function, this function and this function always be continuous and 0 0 always. So we have to check only the point 0 0. At first I will check is f is differentiable at the point 0 0. Why I will straightforward check only the differentiability? Because we all of us know if the function differentiable, then obviously that implies all partial derivative exist at this point and function obviously be continuous at this point. So let's check the differentiability at the point 0 0. For this we have to prove f of ask minus f of 0 0 minus a times ask. At first we have to find this value and this is equal to, we all of us know, error term ask. Okay, and where a be the linear function from R2 to R. At first find the value of this a. We all of us know this is equal to a equal to derivative of this function at the point 0 0 and which is actually gradient of f at the point 0 0. So at first check the gradient of f of this function. This is our given function and find the gradient of f at the point 0 0. This would be fx partial derivative with respect to x at the point 0 0 and partial derivative with respect to y at the point 0 0. Now evaluate the partial derivative with respect to x at the point 0 0. This is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of h0 minus f of 0 0 over s. and put the value when y equal to 0, that means this value would be ace and f of 0 0 always would be 0 by ace, limit ace tends to 0, this is equal to 1. Similarly, if I write the partial derivative with respect to y at the point 0 0, this would be limit k tends to 0, f of 0k minus f of 0 0 over k. Now see the function, when y not equal to 0, then value would be this, that means put this value, and here also the value of x equal to 0, that means this value would be only minus k cube sine 1 over k. Just put this value, limit k tends to 0 minus k cube sine 1 over k, and obviously at the point 0 0 the value of the function would be 0 over k. Okay, and this is limit k tends to 0 minus k square sine 1 over k. So after putting the value, by applying the limit, this would be obviously 0. Therefore, our gradient of f at the point 0 0 would be 1 and 0. Okay. Now evaluate this error term. Just put the value. This would be f of ace k, and when ace and k both not equal to 0, just see the function. This would be this part. So after putting the value, this would be ace minus k cube sine 1 over k. Okay, and gradient of f equal to 1 0, and here a acting on the vector ace k, that means gradient of f at the point 0 0 acting on the vector ace k would be, here dot product, this value would be just ace. Okay, means this is minus ace, and this is our error term e ace k. Okay, and for differentiability we all of us know we have to prove limit ace k tends to 0 0 e ace k, here since r, this is the mod, over norm of ace k, that means ace square plus k square equal to 0. For differentiability we have to prove this part. Okay, now check it. Ace and minus ace would be cancelled. Therefore this value would be limit ace comma k tends to 0 0 minus k cube sine 1 over k over root over of ace square plus k square. By the property of limit, this is obviously equal to 0. Therefore, our proof has done. I have proved this part is equal to 0. That means f is differentiable at the point 0 0. Therefore, option 4 is a right option. Okay? Well, that means option 1, option 2 and option 3 both are wrong option, because option 1 indicate f is not continuous, option 2 indicate f is continuous but not differentiable, and option 3 indicate only partial derivative with respect to x exists. Okay, and here I have used gradient because f be a function from Rn to R. But when the function would be Rn to Rm, then other more condition will applicable here. But I will discuss this topic after discussing norm and inner product of a vector space. Okay, then I will discuss this topic because this is based on norm and inner product of a vector space. I will stop here, and if you can, please share my video, because when more students of mathematics will see my video, then I will be more appreciate to upload new video. And if you have any comments about my channel, then do comment, do subscribe and press bell icon. Thank you so much.